I talked about Mary the other day, about how she believed in God, believed in God's word for what it was, and didn't look for any other external factors to confirm or affirm God's word. She said, you know what, you said it, it's you, I believe you. But what I really love about Mary's story, the other thing I really love about Mary's story is when Luke 1 verse 46, she sang that song of praise and glory and just magnifying God. And it reminds me of all those verses that's talking about but God gave you a new song. And that's what he did to Mary. And here's the funny part. Mary didn't start singing that song acknowledging God after Gabriel had talked to her. But when it hit her, the full magnitude of what God had done in her life, I think number one was the fact that God actually spoke to her, that God took time out to go and seek her and speak to her. For her, it was God knows me, God sees me. And then to be ushered into God's plan for the world and be counted in, that blew her mind. I pray that God will give you a new song. And what I mean by that is I pray that in your situation, in your new season, in your place of whatever place you are, you will realize that God sees you. You will realize that God has not left you. You will realize that whatever is going through is part of God's plan for you and that you're still in his hands. And I pray that full realization, that whole magnitude of God's plan for you you will have no chance but to exalt and magnify and glorify God, just as Mary did. She called herself blessed because you have seen your humble servant. And I pray that today you realize that God is still with you and God hasn't left you. But it will be so much so that you have no choice but to glorify him and testify, even though you haven't seen it, but just that realization that God is with you. God bless you.